when I first got started in my business, my dad had recommended to me that I join chambers of commerce, I go to networking events, all these things where I was supposed to get out there and go meet a bunch of people. And he told me something then that didn't click until a few years later into my business. And what he told me was, you need to build relationships today because you never know how those relationships are going to create the future opportunities that are going to really change the face of your business. When he said that, it kind of made sense. Like, okay, I'm going to meet someone today, and maybe they'll refer me to someone else, and they'll refer me to someone else, and then it'll lead to like some amazing project and really like shape my business, shape my life, all these amazing things. I'll tell you though, it was really hard to use that as the incentive for me to like get out there and go to these events and meet people and put myself in a position where a guy that was really comfortable behind the computer screen and at the keyboard suddenly had to go talk to a bunch of people. And so even with that advice in the back of my mind, I reluctantly went out there and met people. And one day we landed this amazing project. Now, this is a handful of years back. It was for a local casino, and it was a really big deal, both financially and visibility and all this stuff. And in that moment, my dad's advice totally clicked because, you know what, when I first started my business, looking into the future, there's no way I could have predicted that we would have got this big job. Only looking back could I actually trace the connections that led to some random morning that I was laying in bed and debating whether or not I should get myself out of the covers and get myself dressed and drive to this thing where I was going to go talk and meet with some people just to build some relationships. It was that morning that if I would have stayed in bed, hit the snooze like I was known to do, and not show up, that the likelihood of this deal actually happening would have been very low, because that casino deal was referred by someone that somebody's husband that worked there, and that person's spouse I met at an ad agency. The ad agency I met because of a work on a magazine project where we're doing some website work for them. I met that person because of a friend that owned an IT company. I met the IT company because of the because it was someone who used to work at the IT company. The person who used to work at the IT company was someone I met at this networking event, right? That's a crazy chain of people to randomly steer me in the direction of getting up to that point one of the biggest projects we ever had. So looking at building relationships isn't easy because it is totally a long-term game. There's just no way to really shortcut and get these big jobs through relationships and just snap your fingers. You've got to get out there and meet people. So understand that looking forward into the future, you won't see those connections, but I promise you that as those big jobs happen, as those relationships are developed, you'll look backwards and be thankful for the small actions that you took right now in order to build those. So get out there and build those relationships, meet new people, make friends, and those friendships, those relationships are the ones that are going to lead to some of the most major things in your business. And I know that because that's exactly what has happened for me as well.